Hey, Seth Miranda here with Adorama TV, playing around with the new Fujifilm X100V. So I called my girl Natasha, boom, and I'm super psyched because I actually own the X100F. And these cameras in this series are really a photographer's camera. There's a few little Easter eggs in them. One of them, my favorite, is the leaf shutter, not a focal plane shutter. So it allows me to play tricks with flash sync. So instead of having to go into high-speed sync, if I want to do something with Natasha, like open up my aperture and make the background super blurry, instead of blowing it out because there's so much light coming through, I can boost up the shutter speed and not have to go into high-speed sync on my strobe, which would usually cause my strobe to go all the way up in power, burn battery. Also, it's a longer flash duration, and I would actually have to physically move the light closer to Natasha to do this, and I don't have to worry about any of that. It's almost like a workaround from high-speed sync. Another workaround with not having to put the light into high-speed sync is there's a built-in ND filter. On the X100V, you have 4-stop built-in ND filter. I just programmed this button right here, boom, 4 stops of ambient light knocked out. Same thing as if I were to boost up my shutter speed. Or if I did like my settings for whatever reason and I didn't want as much light coming through, I can just hit that ND filter and I know I'm 4 stops down on my ambient. Super awesome, really convenient, and it's another reason why there's like everything built into this Swiss Army knife of a camera. So this camera is really built for like an everyday carry kind of thing, right? It's really good for street photography, low profile. It can actually fit in my pocket. It's a 23mm lens on an APS-C sensor, so it's got a wide field of view, and 11 frames per second allows you to get like spray and pray, kind of catch the candid moments out there on the street. But as you saw just now, I throw a trigger on the hot shoe and I can use it in a studio setting, no problem. On top of all the photo settings, now we have 4K, 30 frames per second video in this thing. We got a 26 megapixel sensor on this version and also a flip out screen, which is super convenient. The other thing I really love about having this always in my kit is I don't have to worry about carrying anything else. I don't worry about a charger because right here at the USB-C, I can plug it into the wall and it charges in body. So, and no matter what I'm shooting that day, whatever my kit is, I always have this in there because I don't have to worry about it, and I always know I have something to get a great shot. And this camera's been pretty great in low light actually, -5 EV. It's been pretty great on autofocus. And we also have the hot shoe right here for TTL. So what we shot today was TTL on aperture priority with TTL. So now my shutter speed is fluctuating based on this ambient light. And the way I control the ambient light is just by this AV dial right here. So if I wanted a brighter background on Natasha, I just cranked it up. If I wanted it darker, I cranked it down, and my flash stayed the same exposure because that was just correlated to the aperture. And the shutter speed can go wherever I want because, like I said before, it's not focal plane. And if it's not focal plane, it doesn't have to worry about running out of flash sync, going too fast for the flash to actually be in sync with the shot. So while this is a rangefinder camera, there is a modern twist update to it. So instead of it just being an optical view, you can change the viewfinder with this little lever right here, left or right. You can swap it out for an EVF right there in front of your eye. You can move that out of the way, go back to optical, and have an electronic rangefinder in the corner. So you can have an optical view and actually see what the sensor is seeing. Let's say you have a film profile on, or you just want to check your focus with a magnification. It's there for you. So there's no more like, I like OVF, I want EVF. You can actually not have to choose or have both if you want. Even though it's kind of like an all-in-one kind of camera, like an everyday carry, just out of your pocket, ready to go, you can grow the kit a little bit. There is a mic jack. You can get teleconverter lenses for it. There's all sorts of things. You can make it your own kit. And also don't forget, almost every button on this is customizable. So let it suit your workflow, how you think, how your interface should go for your style. So on top of all the features that we just listed and everything that we did with this camera, it's still a Fujifilm sensor, and Fujifilm is known for all those film stocks over the legacy of this company's life. So we've been using some classics. I shot you on Provia, Velvia. I'm a big fan of classic chrome, but you even have the new ones like Pro Neg and Eterna in there. So I want to thank Fujifilm for letting me play with the X100V. It's been awesome. I want to thank Natasha. Boom. Listen, hit me down with a comment down below if you have any questions about my experience with this camera. I myself am a huge fan. My X100F has been my sidearm in every kit, no matter what. I have it in there. For you, this might be your everyday carry and have everything you need in it for everything you want to shoot, whatever you're trying to do out there. So hit like, hit subscribe, and don't forget the bell. There's stuff all around me, except don't hit this, okay? I'll see you guys next time. great. I am in the weirdest pose ever. I'm like, yeah, keep going, yeah.